I am pleased to welcome you to the 2018 Boys of Summer Rivalry Week, Part 2. My name is Matthew Rapice, and I'll be announcing our matchups today. But first, allow me to introduce you to our Boys of Summer. Kevin Boyle, Jonathan Burns, David Crossley, Joseph Grasso, Colin Hugo, Thomas Kolesk, David Larson, Anthony Masucci, Peter Strugala, Robert Terry, David Zahn, Jesse Zwier.
Get the Huke out of Zwier. This rivalry is one of opposites, old guard versus new guard. Hugo, who is still searching for that title in the modern era, his last came in the time of Curtis. Zwier has back-to-back titles and is poised for a three-peat, but you wouldn't know it from his quiet demeanor on the boards. Colin is anything but quiet, voicing his discontent to anyone that'll listen, air-splaining to the commish about power ranking deadlines and turning stomachs everywhere with his denim-on-denim outfits.
Zwier versus Hugo.
My name is Colin, Jesse's dead meat Hugo.
You're gonna kill Jesse? What about Jamie?
Jamie? I'm not sure what her middle name is.
My name is Jesse Zwier, and welcome to my trophy room. I'm the manager of the two-time Boys of Summer champion, Piscotti Too Hottie.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been training real hard at jiu-jitsu, brushing up on all my studies, so I can bash Jesse Zwier.
Well, that didn't work out so good.
No, it didn't. It's pretty bad, I would say.
My team name is Why You Leave Us So Soon, and I guess you could say my team is like a bunch of blind men at an orgy. Right now, we're just trying to feel things out. Jesse. That name will always remind me of him.
Who?
Jesse. Anyway, I guess you could say that Jesse's team is handling themselves really good.
Really well?
Whatever. Is it even a rivalry when one team wins every time? I mean, come on. Oh, hey. My prediction for Rivalry Week this year is yet another smackdown for Coach Hugo and Why You Leave Us So Soon. First Rivalry Week, I let my foot off the gas a little bit and only beat him 9-1. This time, I'm going to show no mercy to Coach Hugo. And I'm going to take home a rivalry trophy for the third straight year. My team is what you would call a dynasty. Winning back-to-back championships and showing no signs of slowing down. Already skyrocketing into the top of the league this year, first place. I think the boys should take a nice look at this trophy right here. This might be the last time you're seeing it for quite some time. Looks good. Coach Hugo's team this year is the same as it is every other year. Another mediocre squad made up of a bunch of scabs trying to add and drop their way into the playoffs, only to fall short of the championship every time. No matter how hard you look at this trophy, you won't see Coach Hugo's name or a team that he managed. It's just not there. But my prediction for Coach Hugo this year is that he makes the playoffs, only to be kicked out of it the first round, leaving the rest of the league asking, why you leave us so soon?
This next matchup is white hot. The only rivalry in the league that's almost come to physical blows on several occasions. Physically, These managers match up quite evenly, both clocking in around 5'8" or 5'9", and that's what the card says anyway. They both like to push each other's buttons while simultaneously being unable to take each other's jokes. A bad combo for those around them, but great makings for the league's realest rivalry. Terry versus Boyle.
My name is Robert Jr., Terry Jr., and I'm the manager of And Teoscar Goes To.
So, I'm Kevin, and I'm the proud owner of the Mean Mr. Mustard franchise, who won the 2013 Boys of Summer Championship. And that year we defeated Jesse.
My prediction for Rivalry Week, if we still want to call it that, is that it's going to be a bloodbath. Oh God, it's going to be so bad.
My team this year, what can I say about my team this year? Well, they're definitely better than Boyle's team. They got a guy on there named Manny Machado. Don't know if you've ever heard of him. Might be a Philly.
How big and splashy is Manny Machado to the Dodgers?
Charlie Morton. What can I say about Charlie? Real overachiever this year. And yeah, I mean, the list goes on. I'm really sorry, Boyle. Very sorry. Boyle. Speaking of Boyle's team, yeah, he could do a little less gallivanting, right? You know, we're all hearing about it. He's out there with women every night, mixes in a couple men every once in a while. We got it. Maybe if you spent a little less time out there gallivanting and then maybe a little bit more time on the team. Sports medicine, yeah, the team's very hurt, very concerned about the future of your team. Be good. Be a good start. Be a good start.
This year, I will once again be squaring off against bitter rival Robert Jr. Terry Jr., who is a family man and has a beautiful wife, Francesca Jr. Terry Jr., and a beautiful son, Robert Jr. Terry Jr. III. While we all love Francesca Jr. Terry Jr. and Robert Jr. Terry Jr. III, we can't help but wonder if some of the other aspects of his life have suffered. Nowadays, Bob is just a family man that all he does is stay at home and just cook dinner all the time. A real family man. And Bob used to be good at fun games, like shuffleboard. And he used to come out drinking with his friends. Bob used to always invite us to go over to go swimming. And now, look at us, resorting to a quarter of a pool. My prediction for this week? It's going to be like just every other year. Bob's going to find this week more difficult than the time that he tried to nail Jell-O to the ceiling. Well, the funny thing about Bob is he is a family man. He's a great family man. But when it comes to rivalry week, his team is soft. And they're a hot pile of garbage, to be honest with you. And that's just me telling it like it is. If he wants to turn me into this family man, he wants me to turn me into his child, well, I got news for you, Bob. I'm not a child. You're my child! Bob thinks it's all about fun. He thinks I'm ever gonna take his son. Well, I got news for you. I'll never take your son. But if you ever take my son, what I'll tell you is, give me back my son!
We'll need to increase our cruising altitude for this next rivalry, currently billed as the Too Tall tourney between just two nice guys. It was originally set up by the promoters to get Zahn tuned up for the playoffs. But lately, this matchup has blossomed into just a real friendly affair. Things could change this year with Zahn taking an 8-1 victory early in the season, and Strugala could be out for blood. But probably not.
Strugala versus Zahn.
I'm Petey Struggs, former champion and current manager of
The name is Dave Zahn, and I'm the manager of Haterade.
Dave's wife, Sarah. She's great. Everybody loves her. She's a wedding planner. She plans events. Well, here's something you didn't plan on, Dave. Me kicking your ass in the second rivalry week. I'm sweeping hitting, I'm sweeping pitching, and you can be damn sure I'm taking this belt with me to Barcelona.
My prediction for Rivalry Week is that I already pounded Pete's bony butt once, and I'm going to do it again. Rivalry. This year my team is probably good enough to make the playoffs, which is all I need. Pete's team is actually very good right now, but once he moves to Barcelona and meets all those men in skinny shorts, checking his team twice a week like he does right now is going to be very, very difficult.
Mr. Adidas, sir, is synonymous with two things in the Boys of Summer League: winning championships and terrible team names. So not only is he rubbing his victories in our faces, he's doing so by memorializing them on the trophy with some awful squad names. It's like when you rub a dog's face in the carpet where they've peed, except in this scenario it's Dave's pee that's getting rubbed in our faces, which is pretty on brand for Dave. Let's look at some of these team names. You had Milb Hunter, which I don't even know what that was. 2011, you had the infamous Streetwalker, which is on the trophy. 2013, the Great Conjulio, which is the rare Beavis and Butthead pun. And then there was the year he just named his team Night Zonts, plural. I mean, what does he have? A team of gremlins that turned bad? Look, I know I've had some truly awful seasons since I won the championship in the early days of Boys of Summer when people weren't really caring that much. There were years I just didn't care. I came unprepared to the draft, didn't update my roster. I mean, I named a team Randy Quaid Turtleneck. But let's not forget the year I did try, and I did care. I had a snazzy new team name, Big Trumbo, Little China. I had some decent players, and I hit the waivers hard. Where did that get me? That got me 16 consecutive losses. I averaged 2 wins per week over that period. And oh boy, did everyone have a laugh bringing PP Wiener Eater back to the league. But listen, I've turned things around a little bit. This year I had a good draft. Picked up arguably the draft pick of the year with Ozzy. But since I'm moving to Barcelona, people think I'm going down quicker than Boyle on one of his Bumble dates. That's not going to happen. This Peter will never again be your Wiener Eater.
What do you have to say to Pete? Yeah, he's a joke.
This battle is a battle for land, not trophies, for territory, not glory. The battlefield, a small strip of road between Westover and Waterford along the border of Delran and Cinnaminson. In one corner, the incumbent, a man that has called this place home his entire life. This is the house that hosted the notorious white trash party, a party so shameful and so out of control that it resulted in Tom getting whacked with a fishing pole by his dad after the neighbors dropped the dime on him. In the other corner, the newcomer, a man that looks to what this place could be, not what it was, willing to tear down the past and rebuild in his own image. In fact, legend has it that the neighbor was actually Larson in disguise, already planning his invasion. This is the battle for York Chode, also being branded as the Tarm Larsh son of a bitch. Larson versus Kolesk.
Hi, my name's Tom Kolesk, and I'm the owner of the Boys of Summer League team, Suck Yon.
My name is Dave Larson, and I'm the manager for Duchess of York. And if you don't like it, I'll kick your fucking ass.
My team this year is a lot like Larson's face. It's ugly, and it's an embarrassment to York Road. Dave's team is managed by a guy who ate all the cream spinach at dinner, but unlike Popeye, it didn't make him any stronger. It just gave him the runs, and not even the kind that help you in fantasy.
My prediction for Rivalry Week is complete domination. My team is a work in progress, just like my master bathroom, but Tom's team is a total joke, and there's plenty more to suck this year. So, screw you, Tom. When me and Ashley take the kids for a walk, we have to cross the street when we get to Tom's parents' house, because you could always see them in the front window, and they're always banging.
The tradition unlike any other. Twice a year, two storied rivals face off. There are no holds barred, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Competing for the greatest trophy in all of sports. It's that time again. It's the Mont d'Or Classico.
Burns versus Grasso.
My name is Joseph Grasso, and I'm the manager of the hapless team, aka the worst team in the Boys of Summer history, Snow Woman, Snow Cry. Just listen to that pork crackle in the background. My team is downright awful and can't seem to get out of its own way. Essentially the Cleveland Browns of the league and have had no real success this 2012 season. This year alone I had 7 picks in the first 3 rounds and somehow managed to bungle that as only Joe Grasso could. Out of my 6 keepers, 3 of them are currently on the DL.
Me and John have become closer over the years, drinking jugs of Carlo Rossi, watching James Bond marathons, and even putting dicks on Colin. When fantasy baseball comes around, though, there's no love lost between the pork and the sloth. As always, Burns puts together a formidable team with some of the best keepers in baseball. This year, he even included Philly's own Aaron Nola. He may be regretting letting Scherzer go for Votto, at least up to this point. My question to you, the Boys of Summer: how do I compete with someone who quits their job willingly to solely focus on fantasy baseball? Sure, the whole accounting shtick was a nice backup story, but let's be real. We know John is reading Baseball Prospectus 6 out of his 8 waking hours, while his other 2 are eating meats to stay in keto. Hey, at least he's not tweeting fantasy guys on Twitter. Looking at you, big dog.
My name is John Burns, and I'm the manager of the Boys of Summer Fantasy Baseball team. I made a funny, and I've brought you all here to answer a few very important questions. My prediction for Rivalry Week is I beat the tar out of Grasso because he stinks. He doesn't just stink at fantasy baseball. He stinks because he's a garlic man. What he does is he chops up carrots and onions and puts them in his bathtub for half an hour to steep before he gets in. He also hangs out with Stu, whose lazy eyes somehow prevents him from smelling how bad Grasso stinks. I've been using my patented 2-prong strategy for fantasy baseball again this year. The first prong is name my team something derogatory to Asian people. This may turn out to be a problem later in life when I try to find a job. The second prong, as always, is trade a very good player away and try to get a worse player in return. This hasn't failed me yet, except every year. Grasso this year is using his patented strategy of having a team that hoards DL players while at the same time employs as many terrible, healthy, active players as possible. This is the type of strategy you would expect to be employed by a Chicky Moochie Piggy, Oinky Oinky Garlic Man, or Fennel Boy. So yeah, I would say it fits pretty well. I believe I've laid out enough cold hard facts and anecdotal evidence that makes it pretty clear that Joe Grasso, with the exception of his big giant heart that we all love, is a sentient sausage sent here from another planet to spread friendship and happiness to all his friends. Thank you. Have a great season.
Hello, and welcome to the show.
The winner of this matchup takes home the prize of the Heather Sue Cup. Reports out of Crosley's camp indicate that she was spotted a couple weeks back in Old City and still looks pretty good. The Sue Cup was never the most prized of rivalry trophies, but it ran with a couple of real shiny trophies that inevitably made it much more attractive. There's no bad blood here, no. It's the thrill of the hunt that fuels this rivalry.
My name is Anthony Masucci. I'm the manager of Sir Anthony's Folly. I'm also the host of the show. My guest today, you know him, my longtime rival.
Yeah, what up? I'm Dave Crosley, manager Cold Blooded. It's more than a name, that's an attitude.
Hey, that's my line. Dave, fans of the Folly are curious why my rival for the prized Heather Sue Cup is sitting in my guest chair. Please, tell us.
Yeah, what's your Wi-Fi password? I need to check the chive.
Kinsler, number 4, Eva, with an A.
Check out these smoke shows.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love bones. One time down in Sea Isle, I took a dump on this girl's fan.
So Dave, whether you're in contention or not, you never really seem to care about your team, or the league, or your friends. In fact, I have a list of grievances right here from the Boys of Summer. You've never invited us over your house. You're a total twink. And for the love of Satchel Paige, those capris. What else? Let's see here. We almost prefer Stu over you. Almost.
Yeah, I was dreaming of smoke shows. Oh, now I'm getting all worked up. I'm getting all sweaty like Grasso's lips.
So Crosley, the rivalry is heating up. First rivalry week, we saw dead even 5-5. Only one of us can win the coveted Heather Sue Cup. I have it in favor of the Folly, 7-3. What's your prediction?
Yeah, you got any Smirnoff Ice?
No, Crosley, I don't.
Then I predict a run to the liquor store after this.
Looking at the raw analysis, my team, Sir Anthony's Folly, is likely the comeback story of the year. Your team, cold-blooded, frankly, you're an insult to the game. Other than Herrera, you really shouldn't be allowed to touch a baseball.
Yo, you gotta keep calm and chive on.
Yeah, that's about all the time we have here.
Yo, here's a gift for having me on the show.
Unexpected. Thanks. You know, I'd send you a thank you card, but you haven't given anyone your address.
I got you, boy.
All right.
Yeah.
How about a toast? A toast to the Boys of Summer 2018.
To the Boys of Summer 2018. Smoke show.
We're the Boys of Summer.
We are the Boys of Summer 2018.
We are the
Boys of Summer
2018.
We are the Boys of Summer
2018.
We are the Boys of
Summer 2018.
2018.
We are the Boys of Summer 2018.
Rivalry week.
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 Rivalry.
Oh, hi there.
Cigarette? Hi there. Cigarette?
Yeah, I know.
And I remember the day that Bobby wasn't afraid of water. And now he's too afraid to keep coming to water.
Fun fathers.